There are so many good books out there that I can recommend to you that are both very helpful and important. But today, I only want to talk about one. This book has genuinely changed the way how I approach life. This book is called The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. And in this video, I want to talk about the principles and the lessons that has affected my life and still affecting my life. So, here's number one.
Is it up to you?
You know, most of the things that happens in our life, we are not in control of. And these factors can cause serious problems on our way to success. And to argue, to complain, or worse, to just give up are decisions that most likely will get us nowhere. And as Ryan Holiday said, every ounce of energy directed at things we cannot influence are wasted, self-destructive, and self-indulgent. So Ryan Holiday suggested that we should accept things that we cannot change. And no, this does not imply a defeatist attitude. I actually think it's rather empowering. Viktor Frankl once said, when you can't change the situation, you can change yourself. So what is it that we can specifically change? The internal, something we are in control of, something we have power of. Our emotions, our decisions, our discipline, our determination. This principle could not be more evident when you are in the great outdoors. When you are out there hiking, complaining about how steep the mountain is or how bad the weather is, how rugged the terrain is, won't do anyone good. You know, Ryan Holiday referenced the Serenity Prayer, and I think this prayer encapsulates the principle so beautifully that I want to use it to summarize the entire thing. The prayer goes, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Number 2, build your inner citadel. Yes, some are born more fortunate than others, but no one is born warrior. No one is born with an inner citadel. Inner citadel refers to the metaphorical castle within us. It's a fortress that represents strength and tranquility, resilience, and mastery, self-mastery. And just like the body, this fortress can be built by practicing philosophy or by sticking to your virtues and principles or through physical training. You know, as the Stoics said, mens sana in corpore sano, sound mind in a strong body. We craft our spiritual strength through physical practice and our physical hardiness through mental exercises. But why though? Why even bother? Well, as Ryan Holiday said, we have far better luck toughening ourselves than trying to take the teeth out of the world, which at its best is indifferent to our existence. And yes, it will be much more comfortable to just do nothing, be comfortable in our couch, and spend our time doing things that we love. But again, these choices will ultimately get us nowhere. If we want to be successful, if we want to overcome the obstacles that life throws at us, we have to strengthen our will. We have to build our body and our mind. And by doing so, no, it will not make us invincible. It will not guarantee us success, but it will definitely prepare us when the fortune shifts to the unfavorable, and it always does.
Principle 3, trust the process.
Yes, cliche as it may be, trust the process is a reminder everyone needs every now and then. If process can talk, it will say, okay, you have something very difficult to do, don't focus on that. Break it down to little pieces. Simply do what you can do right now and do it well. And then move on to the next piece and then the other. Don't focus on the end, focus on the process. And this lesson always slaps me so hard every time I am in the gym. You know, when some guy who weighs over 30 kilos more than you is pinning you down and trying to strangle you, you have to think in process. You can't panic. And it's the same in life. Sometimes life will trap you. Sometimes life will pin you down. Some problems are harder than others. What we can do is deal with what's right in front of us. Come back to the others later. Subordinate strength with process. Replace your fear with process. Being trapped in life is just a position. It's not fate. Just like in Jiu-Jitsu, there's always a counter, there's always a comeback. You get out of that position by addressing and eliminating small parts of what's trapping you. Through small and deliberate actions, through the process, you can get out and you can get ahead.
Principle 4. Prepare for none of it to work.
It's a tough reminder that just because I am doing the work, both physically and mentally, doesn't mean that the universe or God owes me success now. All creativity and dedication aside, it is true that sometimes some obstacles are just impossible to overcome. Painful as it may be, you can still choose to think and to see that maybe this is not a bad thing. Because just like any other external factors, this misfortune can be turned upside down too. Yes, it hurts, but we can use this, we can see this as an opportunity to practice some other virtues instead. Learning how to let go, or accepting the fact that bad things happen, or maybe just learning patience and humility. Maybe it's not our time yet. You know, as Duke Ellington said, problems offers us to do our best, just our best, not the impossible. And lastly, amor fati, or love for fate. It is one thing to be indifferent and accept the things that we cannot change. I mean, it's still better than feeling depressed or raging about it. It is another level to love everything that happens to us. You know, Ryan Holiday used the story of Thomas Edison to highlight this trait. One night, Edison came home and his research and production campus was up in flames. And rather than panicking or feeling sad about it, he called out to his son and he told him to come fetch his mom and her friends. Because as Edison said, they will never see fire like this ever again. Just like Edison, my goal when tragedy hits me is to be able to say, thank you. I feel great about it. Because if it happened, then it's supposed to happen. And I'm glad that it happened when it happened. Because I know I'm supposed to make the best out of this tragedy. But at this point, it feels so unrealistic. Because even now I know that painful and challenging situations provides opportunities and benefits. I know that by overcoming these obstacles, I emerge stronger, more empowered, smarter, sharper. But still, in my very core, I still wish that if it's possible, please don't let me suffer. But every day, I remind myself that I have the power. I can choose how to feel about the things that I cannot control. So every day, I try to remind myself, I tell myself that if an event must occur, my response will be amor fati.